Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to share a recipe with you for keto sausage pinwheels. So first you're going to need some cooked breakfast sausage, half a pound, 8 ounces of your favorite breakfast sausage, preferably one without sugar. And to that you're going to add some softened cream cheese. You'll need 4 ounces of cream cheese. And I find this works best if the sausage is still warm and your cream cheese is really soft. You can pop your cream cheese in the microwave for just 15 to 20 seconds to soften it up if you need to. And just mix those together really well until it's well combined. And then we're just going to set this to the side and use it in a little bit. So next we're going to make the dough. So you will need 6 ounces of mozzarella cheese and 2 ounces of cream cheese, and we're going to pop that into the microwave for about 1.5 minutes. And while that is melting, you'll just need to grab your other ingredients, which is 1 large egg and 32 grams of coconut flour and just a large spoon. So once that comes out in the microwave, you're just going to want to stir that a little bit to bring everything together, but it may still need another 30 seconds to be fully melted. So we're just going to pop this back in the microwave for another 30 seconds. And it should be all melted at this point, so it may only need just a couple of minutes. It really just depends on your microwave. So stir that together, and then we are going to add our egg. And we're going to try to stir this in pretty quickly because this mozzarella cheese mixture is pretty warm, so we don't want to cook that egg. So get that stirred in quickly, and it's going to take a good bit of stirring to get that fat and egg incorporated well. So just keep working it until it does come together. If you find that your mixture cools down too much, you can pop it in the microwave to warm it up a little bit, but usually I don't need to do that. So after we've got that mixed in really well, we are going to add our coconut flour. If you do not have coconut flour, you can use almond flour. You're going to want to use probably twice the amount, so maybe somewhere around 60 grams. But I prefer the texture, the final texture of the pizza dough when it's made with coconut flour. So just stir that together until a dough forms. As this dough cools down, it will become less sticky. So don't be tempted to add more coconut flour right away, because you may end up adding too much if the dough is still warm. So just stir that. It eventually will come together into a dough ball. And we're just going to set that aside, and you're going to need a couple pieces of parchment paper to roll your dough out on. You can try rolling it out on the counter, but this helps just in case there is any sticking. So just knead the dough for a minute or so just to bring it together and to help it cool down, because it will be easier to roll out if it's a little bit cooler. Now if you find at this point your dough is just too sticky, then you can add a little coconut flour to it. I also add just a little bit of coconut flour to the top of my parchment. And we're going to try to roll this out in a rectangle shape, and that is easier said than done. But the idea is to roll it out somewhere around a 12 by 9 inch rectangle. But it doesn't have to be perfect. As you will see, mine is not perfect at the end. It turns out to be somewhat of a funky shape, but that's okay. We'll still roll it up and make pinwheels. So just roll this out until you get it to the size you want. I rolled mine out a little bit larger than 12 by 9. And every so often I flip the parchment over, release the paper. That is just to make sure there is no sticking. If you do find any sticking, you can just sprinkle a little coconut flour over the top and roll it out again. So once you get this rolled out to the size that you're looking for, just remove the top parchment just to make sure there's no sticking, and then flip it over and remove it on the other side. This will help us later when we go to roll them up into a log. Alright, so now we're going to fill it with the sausage and cream cheese mixture that we made before. And I'm basically just going to spread this with my hands, but you can use the back of a spoon. And the warmer this mixture is, the easier it will spread out. So if you want to pop this in the microwave to warm it up a little bit just so it spreads easier, you could totally do that. And it's okay if it doesn't completely cover your dough, as you're going to be rolling this up anyhow, so it's okay if there's little spots here and there that's missing filling. Alright, so once you get it spread how you like it, we are going to just start with your longest side facing you, and we're going to roll it away from you. And it should roll up very easily at this point. The dough should be completely cool by now, so it should roll up super simple. So you may have to hold the parchment as you roll it away from you. I find that works the best. And once you get it rolled up, this is totally up to you. You can make this in advance and just pop it in your freezer or fridge, and that way when you go to slice, it will cut a lot easier and not squish out on you. Just like if you're making homemade cinnamon rolls, you might want to pop your dough in the fridge after you've rolled it up so that you can cut it a lot easier. So I'm just going to cut the ends off of both sides of mine, as there isn't really any filling in those. And you could totally just cook this, but I'm just going to toss the ends here. And then we're just going to cut them out in roughly 1/2 inch thick slices. If you decide to go thinner than 1/2 inch, you can. You just will need to adjust the baking time. So you should be able to get anywhere from 20 to 24 slices. And we're going to pop this into a 350-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. You'll just want to watch the bottoms to make sure they don't burn. And the tops should be a nice golden brown. And once you remove them, you can serve them right away or let them cool completely. And what I like to do is pop them into a freezer bag. That way, throughout the week, I can pull a few out and have them with my breakfast. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!